Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this vid. So this is regarding the Nigerian girl who got scammed by the Danish man. This is regarding her again. I want to react to this vid because in the last video that I watched, she said that black women were the main ones hating on her and they the ones that, you know, got something to say and But this vid is of white people roasting her, okay? So, girl, you gonna call out the black people because you're seeing more of them when that's probably just primarily your audience, but you want to try to make it seem like it's just all black women who got something to say. Like, girl, no, other people are chiming in as well. So let's hear what they got to say. Let's watch. Wait, this is funny because I saw a clip of him dancing in a fucking dashiki at her damn grandma wedding or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. But she just took him to Nigeria, child, and he had his little dashiki on, his glasses, and he was doing some little goofy ass dance, and I was like, girl, not you got him out here trying to swindle the Nigerians. I can't.
This one for y'all.
Oh, we got people doing reenactments. Oh, they can give the Danish deception guy money, like.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, because he had a gambling problem. I don't know if I trust the music.
The Danish deception girl was so good a victim that even the scamming Danish prince was like, I can't do this anymore. This is going too far. It's violating my boundaries. Like, how bad must it be that even the Indian call scammers from Microsoft or Dell tech support stop calling you, block your number from their system? She goes like, hello, I still need tech support. And the Indian call scammer goes like, please stop calling me and my wife.
The thing about the Danish deception that I haven't seen anyone comment on yet is that she's lying. You can't tell me that in 2025 you have this life where you are able to see the world and make a ton of money and have friends with influence, and you didn't look up when this guy said he was a Danish prince. When he said he was an Olympic medalist, you weren't like, oh my god, I have to see your Wikipedia. She's lying. This whole time she knew. She was not tricked. She knew that this guy was not a Danish prince. She knew he wasn't a medalist, that he wasn't this like super rich guy. But she was living in her own delusion that this would all kind of resolve itself. She has the guy, you know, she has the guy that everyone else wants, that all of her white friends want.
Yeah,
everyone has said this.
But not even that, girl. I'm sure there are white people who are like, no. Like, I feel like it's just because he was white. Okay, let's keep it a book.
The first thing that she says about this guy is that he's tall, he has blue eyes, he's blonde, he's Danish. Like, it all has to do with her wanting to be chosen with a white man. We all agree on that. But she thought that this would all work itself out through the power of nothing. Like, she had no basis on that. She wanted to be chosen so bad by a white man that she ignored. They weren't red flags. She just knew that it was bad. Like, she ignored all of these truths on the thread of hope.
Apparently, I saw another TikTok too, showing when she was like on The Bachelor or whatever show she was on, and again, chasing white men. Okay, on there. And then there was a girl who came out. I don't know how true this is. I'll take this with a grain of salt, but she was claiming that she was a friend of Oneka, and that Oneka would make little side comments about how much she loved white men and this and that. So,
that with daddy's money, with her money, that she would still be able to secure this man. And we know this to be true because he left her. She was not going to let go of this guy for any reason, because at the end of the day, the pictures were good, her friends were jealous, and she was chosen by a white man.
And the super extra crazy thing is that she would actually have a successful story that everyone like related to and like wanted to connect with. If she told the truth, if she said, man, I was being a pick-me and I made a mistake and I thought that I knew what I wanted, but I didn't. I thought that what I wanted was a guy that would give me status and that would make.
People are not very self-aware, okay? She ain't gonna admit that. That's embarrassing. She probably doesn't even realize it, which is so crazy. But some people are so deep in their delusion and have been brainwashed so heavily that they don't even recognize that it's a problem. They try to justify it. And well, it's just a preference. I just prefer white guys. I never date black guys, but I just prefer, white guys, even though I'm black and I'm Nigerian. I just like them. I just like them white. White's right. What's the problem? That's how delusional they are. So you can't expect self-awareness from people like that.
Make us as a couple look desirable, make me look desirable to the white standard. But actually what I really wanted was a loving husband and not this criminal piece of crap guy. She would actually have a story, but she's trying to save face. Like, she's trying to be like, oh, well, he tricked me. Girl, you didn't use the internet. I don't believe you.
What are you not having?
I'm not having it, right? Because this woman doing this Danish deception thing, she started it and she's just like, oh yeah, I met this guy, and then I went to a restaurant and he was at the restaurant, and then I went on a boat trip, and then he was there after the boat trip, and he's like everything on Instagram. If that was an average looking guy, he would be a stalker and a weirdo and a creep. And because she found him attractive, he was, oh, this is so cute, this is so interesting.
So what did women do to you now?
Shut
Why are you? Hey!
I think it's hilarious when men get into like women drama or whatever. Like, not too heavy, don't do too much. But when they have, opinions about stuff like this, I just think it's so funny. Because usually they don't care. From my experience, I can't speak for all men, obviously, but usually, men don't care about shit like this. But when they do lock in eventually, because you like making them watch something or you watching something around them, and then they like, wait, hold on, why? It's just so funny.
My first issue with the Danish deception, which, by the way, I stopped around part 13.
And when I say men, I'm talking about straight men, obviously, because, gay men, they usually be locked in with the teens. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but, straight men.
Around the time she realised that he'd taken $32,000 of her money and never told her about his gambling addiction. That's when I thought, look, that man might have robbed all your savings, but you're not going to rob me of my free time with this bullshit. Even then, she's like, yeah, sounds good. Let's take another trip. Someone in the comments said, what are you celebrating? Debt. First things first, why does she keep referring to this man as her ex? You were not his wife, babe. You were his victim. Given your syndrome and all of the places you decided to travel, I'm surprised you didn't go to Stockholm. It's like, even when she tells the story, she's like, oh yeah, but I ignored it because we were so madly in love. No, girl, you were in love. He was in your purse. Given the fact the man's own dad has said that he's irresponsible with money,
that Stockholm syndrome.
My girl did 2 + 2 and came up with a round trip to Cabo. Also, you didn't think for a second that somebody that was part of the royal family or had royal family connections couldn't get a measly 6K from anyone else in their life. Other massive red flag was him saying that he was in the Olympics, and you didn't think that in the months that you'd been together and talking non-stop that he hadn't mentioned it once. I did have to laugh though. I did have to laugh, and guys, please don't crucify me for speaking my thoughts out loud, but when she said that her family were like smitten with him instantly, I just thought, nah, not the white man scamming the Nigerians. It's meant to be the other way around. The fact she didn't tell a single person, not a best friend, not somebody in her family, solely because she wanted to protect his image, is just one of the many reasons why people are saying it.
And you know what's so interesting? So interesting, because I said this recently and people want to act like I'm just pulling this out my ass, but I said this in a reaction video about, I forgot what it was about, can't even refer you to it, but if you saw it, you saw it. But I mentioned how, there's a stereotype that Nigerians are scammers, and there were people being like, I never heard that stereotype. Like, what? Like, I saw one comment randomly pop up, and I was like, let me go look at the other comments. Are other people saying this? And yeah, they were saying like, I didn't know that was a thing. Shut up! It's definitely a thing. Like, what are we talking about? I'm glad people are saying that. I'm not, I'm not saying I'm glad about the stereotype, but this is a thing. So I didn't make that up.
Pick me shot. Look, I don't even know how the saga ended. All I hope is that he was the one that left her. She was still clinging on for dear life after all of that. Lastly, I just want to say I do think we should extend some props to Onyeka because y'all couldn't have waterboarded that shit out of me.
Why was it so easy for her to be deceived? Onyeka from the Danish, what was it?
In the caption, if you can't see it, she says that her husband is a psychologist.
It's deception?
And she said he has not seen any of the parts. This is based on a few Stitch clips that I made him watch.
I don't know her, but people that typically go on dating shows can display traits of personality disorders, histrionic. So if he was...
That makes sense because I would fucking never. People have mentioned this to me before, randomly, like on Patreon. People, oh, you should do a reality show, huh? And I'm like, I would never. I would rather eat dirt, okay? Like, no, I'm not going on there and embarrassing myself. And you have no control over the editing. They can make you look crazy. They can catch you in wild angles. Like, you just make yourself look stupid. And that shit, people want to talk about how the internet is forever. You on TV, that shit is forever, for eternity. You cannot wipe that from the internet. No.
Praising
so
her.
please.
I mean, I don't know her. I'm just speculating. But if he was giving the praise or the adoration...
So to go on a reality TV show, yeah, I feel like you already a little off in the head. Sorry.
That could make a histrionic or cluster B personalities, make them feel like, oh, I'm loved, I'm wanted. So then, easy to kind of play along in the game as long as she's getting her needs met. I'm wondering why he decided to leave. I don't know. Yeah.
Cause she kept nagging him. She said.
Fascinating things.
Oh, is that it?
About the Danish deception is.
Okay, girl. But yeah, that's her in the middle with her man child, her white man. He actually looks really cute here. Okay, and she does too. Maybe they FaceTune this. I don't know. Sorry, I won't be too shady. But yeah, girl, as you can see, the non-blacks are roasting you as well, girl. They have opinions as well, girl. People of all races, not just white people. People can recognize that you a little slow, all right? So, there's that. And, people do tend to bring up that, oh, you Nigerian and got scammed, because that is a stereotype. It is. It just is what it is. So yeah, people are just confused. And also because in Nigerian culture, usually the women are the ones who are getting the bread. And I won't even say just in Nigeria. I feel like I've been to Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania. That's the case there as well. Okay, the women are usually like, where's my money? Like, what's up? It's very transactional. And I don't want to say that in a bad way. It's just in their culture in a lot of African countries, the women are expected to get the money. Okay, it's like, yes, you bring me the money. You want to talk to me, you gotta have some money. And that's just that on that. So it is interesting that she was out here forking out money to this white man. So there's that. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up here. I got nothing else to say about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.